Great seeing you here again in this new video. I'm going to go deeper into the details of cost loading for activities. And in this video, I'm going to look at the cost for short activities, which means activities up to 2 periods. Of course, one period, we can only put a cost in that one period, but here, typically we will be looking at 2 periods and not more. We look at cost loading for earned value management. We have front loading, which we've seen before. We also call it 100-0 loading. We have 75-25 loading. We have even or 50-50 loading. And we also have 25-75 loading. And finally, we have back or 0-100 loading. So these are the different elements that I'm going to discuss in this video. These are the elements that are described in the way how to deal with earned value management, and it's based on a lot of experience by people who have been doing that for many years. Let's have a look at cost loading for earned value management. When we look at cost loading, the first element that we are going to consider in this video is about activities up to 2 periods, or basically 2 periods. And we considered in the previous video a classical approach which was based on front, even and back loading. Now, when we look at earned value management, we also look at 2 additional ways to load the costs. And they are intermediate ways between front and even loading, and even loading and back loading. So let's go back to front or 100-0 loading. It means we put 100% of all the cost in the first period, and this is basically the same idea, the classical front loading. In this case, the total cost of the activity is 10K, and we will have the same 10K for all the following activities. An intermediate way of loading is the 75-25 loading method, and it's between front and even loading. We put 75% of the total costs in the first period and the remaining 25% in the last period. And here also the total cost of the activity is equal to 10K. The next one is the classical 50-50 loading. So we put 50% in the first period, 50% in the second period, and it means that all the costs are spread evenly over the different activities. Again, the total cost of the activity here is 10K. We have also 25-75 loading, which is the intermediate between the even loading and the back loading. We see that now the most of the costs are in the second period, that 25% in the first period, 75% in the second period. And that's basically that method, the 25-75 loading. And when we add up everything, the total cost of the activity is also 10K. The last one is the classical back, or in this case 0-100 loading, where we have the back loading. All the costs are in the second period and there are no costs in the first period. And of course, here again, the total cost of the activity is 10K. So this video gives you the ways how to deal with short duration activities. When we have up to 2 periods, we will use one of those possibilities for allocating the costs to the activity. And we will use that later when we are dealing with earned value management, when we're dealing with the measurement of the earned value and the actual costs. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next videos. Bye bye.